from Los Angeles, California. We're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friend. Come on in, take a seat. It's Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined as always by a man who lost his pants and underwear in a prop bet and is currently jacking off his dongus using his tears as lube. That's our very own Dookie Boy the cocksucker, Geoff Clark.
Hey, what's up? That was like an extended, insulting intro.
and beaming to us from the attic of the Amityville Horror House, the cursed bearded ectoplasm eater known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo, brah, brah.
I just would like to start off by pointing out how expertly you pivoted last week off the topic of you being visited by a ghost on Christmas. Like, your house ghost is now throwing pepper shakers at you, and we just glossed right over it. I don't get it.
I felt that we gave it all the attention that it garnered from me.
I kind of agree. I mean,
Really? I
also
mean,
ghosts aren't real.
There was nobody in the kitchen. I didn't see anybody do it.
And nobody else in the house freaked out.
Nope.
I'm
the only one that it seems to bother.
It seems like this ghost is ramping up its activity, though. Like, if this were a poltergeist movie, you're like 3 days away from being strangled by a tree branch.
I don't know if one salt shaker falling off the stove.
That's how it always starts.
It qualifies, makes the next step a full poltergeist situation.
I mean, tomorrow you're going to walk into your kitchen and all the chairs are going to be stacked on top of each other. Then a clown puppet is going to come to life and try and touch your penis. And then full-blown specters.
Well, luckily, there are no clown puppets in the house.
Okay, Skeletor is going to come to life and touch your penis. Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. You might just...
He does it already.
There might be... You're going to go to, like, take a hit out of your volcano bag one time, and there's going to be, like, a specter in there. Just like a ghostly face.
I am confident that where I sit right now is the safest part of the house. And will not have any ghost issues ever at all.
Well, yeah, because you're on camera. And ghosts are notoriously camera shy.
Well, no, I mean, whenever I'm in this particular room of the house.
This is my safe space. You can't get me, ghost. I have a plasma ball.
Yeah, you got all the He-Man stuff protecting you. Maybe it just figures
this
out.
Was not part of the house when that person died.
Oh.
So this was technically the backyard.
Have you done
and you
any...
added the He-Man wing.
So, no, then a previous homeowner in 1990 renovated the house completely. And that's when this room was added on.
Damn, 1990. How fucking old is your house again?
It was built in 1929.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Definitely could have ghosts.
Yeah. Like
no shit.
Old-timey, meshy ghosts.
Yeah. And that's why I think he's only in the front in that side of the house because this is new.
Have you done any Googling? Do you know this poltergeist's name?
No Google results have turned back anything that is of any interest.
Man, if this escalates, it's going to be at that point in a ghost movie when the homeowner goes to the library and Shuddy Boy's going to be in there looking at fucking microfiche or whatever that shit is.
Actually, so the funny thing is,
oh god,
the house that we put an offer in immediately before this house that I had my heart set on, the previous owner of the house died in the house.
What, and that frightened you away?
No, they didn't accept they took accepted another offer.
Oh.
But Sharon didn't fill me in on that piece of info until we had put our offer in already.
Oh, she tried to slip
Would
that
you been
past you.
pissed?
I was like, wait a second. She died in the house in November because we put the offer in January.
Oh, so you get a
And
fresh ghost.
And it ended up, well, it was a year prior. The November, not the November immediately before, but the one prior, and nobody had lived in the house since. So yeah, it would have been probably too fresh, especially with us planning on gutting the house and
Oh, you think
remodeling it completely.
it would have been like a Beetlejuice situation? You guys would be the Dietzes, and you would be worried that your remodeling would upset the ghost.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
And if he's pissed now, he's just pissed that the bathroom has been under renovation for the last year and a half.
Or he's pissed off that there's no longer segregated schools in Pennsylvania.
yeah. He's pissed off about all the wokeness.
Yeah.
That could be. That could
That's how
be.
it went from Republican to an actual swing state. Still mad about that.
Yeah. I
He's
mean,
pissed about the Democrats living in his house.
See what they did to the stock market.
Fucking bleeding heart snowflakes we are.
yeah, because I mean, odds are that ghost probably died in like the 30s or 40s.
Not a very woke time in America.
No.
It's according to the history books.
Well,
Let's see if I can just.
Civil rights was very taboo back then, if you remember. Well, thank God things are better, you know?
yeah. Well, while Shuddy Boy tries to learn the identity of his ghost.
There's nothing. I'm gonna have to devote actual time to going to the county records or something like that to get any information. And I'm just not quite at that point where I'm intrigued enough to care that much.
Hey, where do you guys keep your microfiche? Hey,
I need
Geoff.
a composite sketch of this ghost.
Yeah, could you do that? Could you draw like a bolo for this guy?
If I did, this isn't. Oh, I need to actually call about this shit.
Someone you got to fire.
Nope. That's
No. I have to. I actually have to have the town come to the house to install a new water meter. They sent me this notice. It's not dated, but it's been a minute.
Are you going to brief them on the ghost situation or just
No,
hope
I
that he
don't-
stays
why-
out of it?
Oops, that's my
don't even
court
have to
summons.
come in-
Can't write on that.
They
Why
don't
would
even
you-
have to come in the house.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. Yeah.
Geoff, did you go see Tool? Or
I did.
that not happened yet? You did?
I did. Yeah. This past Tuesday.
How'd that
Awesome
go?
show. It was pretty sick. Boognish went to the same concert. I found out earlier that day on Slack. After I talked about it on the podcast, Boognish is one of the first and executive members of the Puminati. Huge homie. But we weren't able to connect. He went to a brewery beforehand. I went to dinner and just our paths never crossed, even though we were both up in the nosebleeds.
Did you eat a bunch of mushrooms?
No, I didn't even get mushrooms. The mushroom bars, chocolate bars that I had purchased like 2 years ago expired. So that was out. And then the mushroom connection that I had needed more time than I gave him to get said mushrooms. So I took a half an E-pill. That was nice. Didn't get to sleep until like 4 a.m. But
off half a pill? Damn.
Yeah, I was more chilling too. I don't know. I was looking up gambling stuff. Got on my computer when I got home.
He went to bed before the sun came up. That is a miracle on ecstasy. Like,
pretty chill ecstasy trip.
At 4 a.m. That's a very reasonable time to go to bed after
dropping
an E-bomb.
I'm so fucking old that like I can do an E-bomber and be asleep by midnight.
Well,
here's my composite sketch. It's a shadow moving.
It looks like
It looks terrifying.
Yeah, can you hold that up again?
Well, listen, I did the best with. It
You know
looks
what
like 8T. It started out. I added the head at the end. That's why there's that weird line across the neck.
It kind of
Kinda-
looks like if you went to a shooting range and there was Shadow ET at the end.
Yep, that does look like an ET. But the important are these motion lines indicating that he was moving across the room.
Oh, I thought that meant that the back of his head stunk.
No,
Yeah. If it were
no,
lower, it
that's-
could have meant he farted.
that's
Yeah.
those were motion lines, not smell lines.
For some reason, this ghost keeps stealing all my Reese's Pieces.
Kind of looks like Tool concert art, to be honest.
Did
Pretty good.
Did Maynard suck his own winky at all?
I don't know. He was like completely invisible for all this. We were far up, seriously, four rows from the back wall, and the tickets were like super expensive. Yeah, Boognish was up there with us as well. On like the other side of the arena. We went to the Honda Center in Anaheim. But yeah, I mean the tickets were super expensive and just kind of lucky to get in the building. There was some guy that sat next to us that was just freaking the fuck out the entire show. Which I can't hate on, whatever, but it was a trip just hearing him scream like "Let's go!" like every time there was like a drum or guitar solo.
I fucking love
spent.
these.
Yeah, like he was legitimately saying that, like, yeah, Danny Carey, you fucking rule. Let's fucking go. And
I know you can hear me from all the way up there.
but yeah, the whole thing with Tool or Maynard specifically is they try to make the show about like the art and the musical experience. So like Maynard's just not a traditional front man. He like hangs out in like the shadows of the stage. He's got like his own platform, almost like behind the drum set. So like I didn't even see him.
I mean, didn't they have it put up on like a jumbotron or something?
No, they don't.
Really?
Do that. No,
Wow, that's
you've
bullshit.
never been to a Tool. I felt like you've been to a Tool concert. We've talked about this.
I saw
before.
Tool.
This makes me hate them even more.
I don't understand now. This is just the thing. Why do you dislike Tool?
I
Again?
mean, how could this not sound any more like watching an A24 sniff your own farts movie? He's more about the art, and he has his own platform where you can't even see him, and he just hangs out in the shadows and sings.
That is very A24. I
That
think
is
that's a fair
so
take.
fucking like. That is why they're a bunch of tools. Their music isn't even that good, and Maynard James Keenan.
You're mad
lives on
'cause he
a
went on
diet of
Rogan,
his
right?
own fucking farts.
Pretty sure it lives off of wine and Brazilian jiu-jitsu and old Egyptian literature. But
He can blow himself, right?
probably, I
Regularly.
don't know. Like the guys are fucking weird. Like their musical choices are weird. Like they've came out with an album like once every 7-8 years. Like the whole, I don't know. It's not typical for what I like.
I saw
And
them at
everything
an Ozfest once.
Outdoors.
Yeah.
And they weren't like the headliner, right?
No.
So
I gotta
yeah, I
see
mean
what
that was.
year that was.
I mean, like since I got into them, which is probably like 2006, like they pretty much headline every festival, every show that they're in, right? Like so when you saw them might have been, well, I don't know when it was, but
I think it might have been 98.
right. So they weren't like headlining, I guess, shows or festivals at that point. So like I've only seen them in like their current form where you don't really see that the band members that well. It's in dark, and then there's a bunch of produced art and like lighting effects or lighting like a light show. And there's no like, you know, when you go to other concerts, there's like cameras in the audience and they're showing it on a jumbotron and they're showing like feeds of the concert, of the performance on the jumbotron. But for them, they don't allow that. So
Oh, weird.
yeah, again,
They don't allow you to have your phone, right? Or they don't want you to have your phone out.
yeah, they actually one of the songs that they played, Maynard specifically, was like, yeah, you can tape this one.
Oh my God.
Because before the show, they have like there's an announcement saying, yeah, they don't want any like videotapes or they don't want any camera recordings, any flash photography, any of that.
Yeah,
But
I'm having a real hard time remembering all of my because I think I leapfrogged years. I'm pretty sure I went to Ozfest '98. Because wow, this is the fucking main stage lineup: System of a Down, Coal Chamber, Seven Dust, Soulfly, Limp Bizkit, Megadeth, Tool, and Ozzy.
Well, I mean, that was back when you were real into Coal Chamber.
Yeah.
so Tool was right before Ozzy.
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah, they
even
got to
that's
play
kinda
after
big.
Megadeth in '98.
Yeah. But I realized Shuddy made some good
Where did
points.
you see
Kind
them?
of ethered me there.
In Camden?
Yeah, the PNC Art Center.
Well, now BB&T Pavilion.
Oh, they changed it again?
It was Blockbuster, Sony Music Entertainment Center, the Tweeter Center, Susquehanna Bank Center.
I went once when it was the Garden State Art Center, I think.
No, that's the one in Holmdel.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the one I went to then.
That's not listed as a stop in 98.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's where I saw him.
Oh, okay. Yep. Nope. Sorry. They did Holmdel and then they went to Camden. Sorry. I missed that. They were at the Garden State Art Center, July 3rd and 5th.
I think I went in 2000 as well. And that was POD, Methods of Mayhem, Tommy Lee's like rap rock band,
Yeah.
Incubus, Static X, Godsmack, Pantera, and Ozzy.
Do you like Incubus?
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I mean, this is so fucking random, but yesterday on the drive home from Big Bear, I have a playlist on my phone that's just like for when I have normal people in my car.
Sure,
Meaning
yeah.
like no death metal and no gangster rap. And I hadn't fired that playlist up in a long time, and an Incubus song came on, and I was like, wow, man, I know they got kind of like made the butt of jokes at some point, but I always liked Incubus. And then I put on that, like just sparked a memory in my head, and I put on that album Make Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Like I haven't listened to that album in so long, and I just pulled it up on Apple Music and played it from start to finish. What a fucking banger of an album.
Yeah, dude. They're supposedly doing a video or an online stream of them playing the Morning View album at the Malibu mansion that they recorded it at.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that's like I think their two biggest albums, right? Make
Probably.
Yourself and Morning View.
Yeah. I mean,
I am like unapologetically. It's same with Tool. I'm unapologetically an Incubus fan. I don't really get the knocks against them. I guess they have like a bit of a 311 vibe to them.
Well,
so I'll listen to that.
Myself and Reh Reh were just like rocking out to that album, start to finish, in the drive. And at one point, she was like, "Wow, these guys were kind of like the precursor to emo, weren't they?" And I was like, "Wait, what do you say?" Oh, fuck. Yeah, I do kind of hear it. Like if you turned up the Incubus knob a bit higher, I think you do get to emo. But I don't know. It still kicked ass. I still was like, wow, I can't believe it's been this long since I've listened to this album and how good it still is.
Yeah, the last concert that I went to before the Tool concert, I went with my ex and Cheech to see Incubus at the Hollywood Bowl. And they put on a hell of a show. I've seen Incubus 3 or 4 times. Seen him once at Radio City Music Hall.
Wow.
Once in Saratoga, New York, and once in the Hollywood Bowl. And I might have seen him in Orange County. For whatever reason, I think that I've seen him in Orange County, but I can't remember. The best of them, honestly, I am biased, but the Saratoga. The Saratoga performance was, I thought, the best of the 3.
Shuddy, do you have any hot takes on Incubus?
I wasn't that big into Incubus, but I never had a problem with them. I've seen Hoobastank a few times.
Oh, man. Yeah, Hoobastank came up in conversation. like Reh Reh brought them up, and I was like, yeah, Hoobastank started as a fucking ska band, and then they saw Incubus just skyrocket when they mellowed out a little bit.
Hoobastank, the lead singer of Hoobastank, is brothers with the lead singer of Incubus.
Is he?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Boyd, right? Brandon Boyd is the Incubus lead singer. I remember them just being so popular when I was in high school, and then like the end of middle school, beginning of high school, Incubus like got major by me, and like there was a bunch of girls just loved that guy, Brandon Boyd. He's a good looking dude. So
yeah, he's kind of dreamy. I get it.
Yeah, like my buddy Ozza, who you've met a bunch of times, I used to do a podcast with.
Yeah,
him and his wife have like lists of like celebrities who they could cheat on each other with. And like Brandon Boyd is the top of her.
Oh no, they just
celebrity list.
That is false information.
Yeah, I was just about to say I've been googling that and I'm not seeing any links.
No, they Hoobastank started playing gigs with Incubus in '94.
Yeah, because Hoobastank was ska and Incubus before Make Yourself were a little heavier. I think I remember them being a little bit more Deftonesy. Like music you could mosh to. And then when they put out Make Yourself, they had a whole bunch of singles off of that. But then when Drive became a single, that fucking song was just inescapable. And they were like, oh, wait. So we mellowed out a little bit, got way more airplay, and people really liked that Drive song. And then I think they just got even more mellow after that, even though I did like some of their singles that came out after that one. But like...
Megalomaniac was a good song.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was pretty fucking heavy.
But Hoobastank, like just straight up ska, then they see what Incubus did when they changed lanes, and they're like, oh, let's be Incubus, guys. Trumpet player, rusty trombone player, get the fuck out of here. You are not needed.
So you think they were trying to like rip some of the Mighty Mighty Boss Zone shit? And like, you know what? Incubus is trending in a better direction. Let's follow them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, hey, you know what's hot, guys? Ska. Let's get some fucking checkered shirts, hire a trombone player, and we're going to kill it. And then ska fizzles out.
I don't know that they were that ska.
I don't know why I'm remembering them being like a ska band.
They definitely had a saxophone section on their first album.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can find it anywhere to hear what it sounds like.
So I'm looking up the early, because I'm like spacing out on what the early Incubus albums were, because I remember early Incubus actually being like underrated and thinking that like they fucking kicked ass. And I understand why they switched up their sound and it became they became more popular. But like their early albums, I think the first one's Fungus Among Us, and then the next one was Science.
Yeah, Science was a sick album.
And I remember those albums being like fucking kick ass. Like they do kick. I haven't listened to any Incubus in a long time. It's funny that you brought them up. I should get them back in the rotation.
Yeah, it was a solid revisit. That was very, very nostalgic.
Yeah, dude. And then after Science, they came out with Make Yourself and then Morning View, where they just went fucking nuts. And I feel like Incubus, like Brandon Boyd, the lead singer, during the Fungus Among Us Science years had like more dreads.
Yeah.
He wasn't as like, he wasn't as good looking, obviously. And then it feels like after like Make Yourself, he just got flooded with vagina. I was like, oh, wait a second. This is
okay.
Cool.
I don't know about the rest of you guys. Hey, bassist, I don't know about you, but this is really working out for me. So this is our lane now.
I'm going to clean up a little bit
on YouTube. And after a cursory listen, it's the same type of music that their self-titled album is. It just has lots of saxophones in it as well. So it does have a ska vibe, but if you took the saxophones out, it would sound very similar to their debut album without saxophones.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that like they just condensed Whose Butt Stinks?
God, dude, I don't know. You guys are just on one right now with Hoobastank, like fucking trivia. Like this guy, he's making shit up as he goes. Brandon Boyd's brother.
I thought I swear that's what Dom told me.
Like it's like Owen Hart and Bret Hart.
I know that sounds
In an interview,
ridiculous.
Chris Hess explained that the band's name originated from Rob's mispronunciation of a German street name.
Okay, I always heard that it was Whose Butt Stinks, and they just condensed it to Hooba Stank. All right, I'm going to Google.
That factoid coming out of your mouth was the least believable thing I've heard in a long, long time. Kevin saying Hooba Stank's name was based on them saying whose butt stinks. It just was so wrong, and I knew it.
I mean, that's
immediately.
That's kind of how Shuddy got his nickname, because you guys used to say "Shuddy up," right, instead of "Shut up."
Yeah. So fun. Hooba
Okay, real quick, Shuddy. I'm about to hit
let me
enter.
forget.
I won't. But I'm about to hit enter. I just typed into Google "whose butt stinks," and I'm about to hit enter. Okay, Shuddy, take it away.
We bought tickets. Dom was with a girl named Jen, and I was with Tracy at the time. And we bought tickets to see Hooba Stank in Asbury Park, 18 and over show only. Drove all the way there. Tracy didn't have her ID with her, and we could not get into the show.
Wow.
Oof.
There's a red flag, huh? Man, so hold on. I just want to hear you answer this question. Hooba Stank is better than Tool, in your opinion? Because you've actually been to Hooba Stank shows. You've never been.
There
to
was a
show.
time.
Well, I guess not.
There was a time that I would say that. Yes, I don't know that.
Shuddy.
I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time I listened to a Hooba Stank album.
Gotcha. Hooba Stank's better than Tool, and Shailene Woodley is not very good looking. Just impressive. We're on fire to start this podcast. I love it.
You got to make it to the Easter egg for the Shailene Woodley comment to make sense, but you'll get there. You'll get there.
The one thing that I tweeted that I was a little high on ecstasy, and I tweeted out that, and this is an observation I made at the Tool concert. It felt like all the guys there own cats. And I meant,
yep, that sounds about right.
And I mean that as disrespectfully as I could. The guy who actually got me into Tool was a cat owner, and it just feels like it's almost like a prerequisite to really enjoying Tool is that you have a pet cat. I wonder if Boognish has a pet cat. I know he has a dog. I think he has both.
I think Boognish has a cat.
I would love a fucking poll if just Tool Puminati or Puminati Tool fans could weigh in on that and whether or not you have a cat. That would. Just an observation I made high on ecstasy.
Sorry, I was just going through our emails. For anybody wondering, the Google results of whose butt stinks.
It's actually Led Zeppelin.
I'm just getting articles on 11 weird things that can affect the smell of your butt. Butt odor 101, why your butt stinks. Why your butt stinks and what to do about it. And then somebody went on Quora, which I guess is one of those websites where you can just ask random questions and have random idiots on the internet reply to you. But this one just says, what do women's butts smell like? Like, I don't know. What lonely virgin on the internet is like, I'd really love to know what a woman's ass smells like. I must ask everybody.
Really? I mean, you were so far away from smelling a woman's ass, dude.
And then somebody wrote back, depends. If the woman has just come out of the shower or had a bath, her ass won't smell of much apart from soap or shower gel.
Yeah, you didn't need to answer that.
Yeah.
You didn't need to say that.
The fucking internet. Well, we're learning a lot. The guys from Incubus and Hoobastank are not related, and Hoobastank did not get their name from asking whose butt stinks.
That was the most inaccurate thing I think ever said on MSPH. Immediately when you said it, it was just like, what? No, come on.
It definitely made me saying that they were brothers not look so dumb.
Hey, I couldn't leave you in the trenches, Shuddy.
You dove right in next to me.
I thought Shuddy's commentary about Tool being an A24 band was pretty perfect.
Yeah.
I feel like I might listen to less Tool because of that.
Oh no.
Good.
They do kind of give off a Safdie Brothers vibe, or however you pronounce those fucking guys' names.
Man, well,
Safdie, whatever.
I'm pretty sure you nailed it on the first try.
Do you
but
guys
yeah,
hear the dog snoring?
no.
No,
Shh, real quick.
no. I do hear Kevin's air conditioner, though. Can you turn on your air conditioner?
You lying sack of shit. I don't have my air conditioner. Hey, whose butt stinks? So as I mentioned, I did go snowboarding this past weekend. And I took Reh Reh for her first time ever stepping foot on any snow thing. Like, no, she stepped in snow before, but she's never been on skis. She's never been on a snowboard. And I really fucking swung for the fences on this one because I love snowboarding. I need a snowboard partner. And I took a big swing and pitched her on it. And we went up to Big Bear for the weekend. Well, just overnight. But it was, it's a big step. And, lift tickets are pricey, rentals cost money, and it's a big investment to see if you like something. And I was really in the fucking hot seat for this one. But it's a bit of a hike. It can be like 2 hours with no traffic, but we woke up at 6 a.m. on Saturday to road trip up there early, and I think it was like about a 2.5 hour drive. But I scheduled her for lessons at like 11:15 in the morning, and the website said you should get to the resort 3 hours before your class starts. And we were both like, fuck that. That sounds ridiculous. Fuck all of that. So we were like, we'll just get there a little bit early. And we should have listened to the internet. Because
the one time the internet spits the truth.
Dude, why 3 hours?
Because when we got into town, so I'm following the GPS. We get into Big Bear, and it's smooth sailing. There's no traffic, nothing. And then I start seeing signs like resort parking, turn down this street. And the GPS said to keep going. So I'm just like, well, fuck that. I'm listening to the GPS. Again, should have listened to the fucking signs, because once I went past that light, the traffic coming from the other direction was backed up and not moving. And we had to pull a U-ey and get in that traffic just to get back to the parking lot we passed. And that's where everybody was fucking going. And it took so long to get in there. I had to piss so bad I was about to tie my dick in a knot. Then once we finally got in there and parked, we put our gear on. And then there's a massive line to just get in a shuttle to get to the actual resort. We ended up getting there at 11:15 when her lessons was supposed to start, and we still had to go and get her lift pass and pick up her rental equipment, which had a massive line. So we told the people at the booth after she got all of her shit, I was like, look, we had a lesson for her at 11:15, but these dingbats upstairs at the rental thing took so goddamn long and got her the wrong boot size and sent us on a whole wild goose chase that we missed the lesson. Luckily, they were cool enough and they rescheduled it till later in the day. So once we actually got suited up and ate something because we were starving, couldn't even get a practice run in or anything. So we didn't even strap in or anything until 2 o'clock when her lesson started. And I tried to, we got it 15 minutes ahead of time, so I tried to take her up on the bunny hill to give her some instructions. And it turns out I'm a very bad lesson giver. And it was not going over well. I think she was getting a little frustrated with me, and I was like, okay.
Do you think that if she had gone just with you as her teacher, the weekend would not have gone as well as it had?
100%. Yes. The lessons perhaps saved my life. So
you think they might have also saved your relationship?
I'm not counting that out. But when she went to her lesson, I was like, okay, now I can sneak in some real runs. And I went up a couple of times, And it was like an hour and 45-minute lesson, and the lines were really long. So just to get on the lift, and then you have to go up the lift, and that takes time. I got 3 runs in, and then looked at the time and had to go and meet up with her. And I was like, oh fuck, man. I was sweating it because she was not having an easy time when I was trying to help her out, and I'm like, I'm in deep shit here. So I went to the bar and got cocktails, and I was like, I'll just show up, double fisting, with a big smile, and be like, here you go, don't hate me. But she actually had like a big smile on her face. I'm like, here's a drink, how did it go? And she was like, it actually went well. I was like, no fucking way. So we drank our drink, and then I took her up on the bunny hill, and she wiped out a couple of times, but then the more we went up, she would fall less and less. And then she was just making it down the bunny hill. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. It's working. It's fucking working. I'm going to have like a snowboard buddy. And we called it a day there, went back to our little murder hut that we rented, and fucking old man Kraft was so thrashed that I was passing out the second we got there. And I was so beat up, like I was already so tired because I'm decent at snowboarding. I'm decent enough to go down like blues and greens without really busting ass, and I can handle a black diamond here and there. But I'm not good at slowing down for somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. So I kept eating shit, trying to slow down enough to stay in line with her. She's getting off the lift on a snowboard is really difficult because only your front foot is strapped in, and then you just have to stand on the board with your other foot not strapped in. So that's like one of the toughest things, I think, when you're first starting out. And she was holding on to me. So every time we went up on the lift, she would hold onto my arm, fall, and then pull me down. And on the last one, I fucking headbutted her knee with my face. And then her like board was digging into my shins and my ass, and my legs are all covered in bruises right now. But day 2, I woke up and I was like, wow, okay, I actually am not as thrashed as I was last night. Let's go back to the mountain. And she fucking killed it. We go back to the bunny hill, not falling at all. And she was like, I think we should just go up on the main mountain. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay, this is 100% your decision, right? She's like, yeah. And the whole time I'm like, oh, maybe this is where I step in shit.
You were waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
This is where she dumps me.
But we get up there and she fucking kills it there too. I mean, we did a green trail, but the green trail, I'll send you guys a photo, littered with bodies. Because I think Snow Summit is like meant to be a beginner mountain, so a lot of people just on the West Coast get their start there. And I just kept making comments to her that it looked like when a bunch of seals wash up on a beach and just stay there. It was all these people that just ate shit, and they're so tired from pushing and getting back up on their boards that they've just like given up, and they're like, okay, I live here now.
I'm just gonna move in.
Man, this, I don't know if this picture is going to mean anything to you guys, but it was insanely crowded. And when I was going by myself, I was just fucking dodging all these fools. But she can't carve or turn. She can just face directly forward with her board sideways and just slide down the whole mountain, which is good enough for me. And it was good enough for her to be like, okay, I think I can get this. I think snowboarding is an activity that I am capable of, and I'm ready to keep going. So I know we teased this on last week's Patreon, but somehow pulled this off without any calamity. And, yeah, everything is still A-okay.
That is a lot of people.
Yeah, it's like a little obstacle course.
Yeah, and everybody is like sideways on their boards or on their ass. But it was a good time. And then she, after we did that green trail a couple of times, she had fallen a bunch more. And, in class, you're constantly falling, like when you're getting lessons. So she had a super, super sore butt and needed a break. And I was pretty sore too, but I was like, I can't make a weekend trip to a mountain and only do green trails. So I looked at the map and found like a nice little intermediate trail and accidentally ended up on a black diamond. And it was It was a fucking scary one. It was really scary. It was probably the scariest trail I've ever fucking been on. And I ate shit twice on it. And one of them was pretty bad. Like, my ass and my wrist are in some pretty severe pain. Because I was trying to, like, go on my heels and slow myself down because I was going so fucking fast. I was like, oh, this is going to kill me. If I fall, I'm breaking my fucking neck. So I'm trying to skid and slow myself down, and I hit a bump, and it just fucking launched my ass. So I landed right on my ass and my wrist. And I was like, ah, God. Yeah, these fucking bales, when you're like on the cusp of 40, don't feel as good as they did when I was like 18.
Do you know which one it was?
So I tried to do Miracle Mile. I think that was what the Blue Trail was called. And then I kept following Miracle Mile, and then all of a sudden I see a black diamond, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then there's like this Wile E. Coyote fucking straight down cliff that I'm faced with. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm about to plummet to my doom.
So does that mean you started off on Miracle Mile and veered off onto Dickies, it looks like?
No. That fucking map you're looking at is a goddamn liar. Because there's a part where Miracle Mile goes downhill. They must have changed that from a blue to a black diamond. Because that's where it fucked me. That's where it bit me right in my butthole.
Yeah, because Miracle Mile looks like it's pretty much just a straight shot down the mountain.
Yeah. They forgot to update the map. That part of that is black diamond now. So, yeah, it rocked my ass. But yeah, outside of that, just a relatively uneventful weekend. I don't know how I did it, but I don't know. I was aiming for some sort of a calamity. I guess busting my ass really hard sucked, but yeah, that was my weekend.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have to go to the doctors or anything, it's not a big deal.
And Shuddy, you're going on Thursday, right?
Yes, we are going on Thursday.
And how are you feeling about that?
I'm super excited. I am super pumped about it.
Wait, you and Sharon are going?
Yes, we are going snowboarding on Thursday.
I didn't know you got into you're a snowboarder.
I mean, she is. She's worked.
Wow.
Her family has owned and operated a ski shop most of her life. So she was very big into it, and she's been saying for the last couple of years that she wants to go again, and we finally made the decision to just rip the Band-Aid off and go.
Which mountain are you going to?
Bear Creek.
Bear Creek. I don't know if I've ever been there.
No, it's a small mountain in Emmaus, Pennsylvania. Like, it's not even in the Poconos. It's just a small, I'm looking at it right now. It's got...
How bad do you think you're going to bust your ass?
Oh, I'm going to be on my ass most of the time. That I'm confident in that. But it's a small, easy mountain. It's like 30 to 40 minutes away from us, I think. It's not even that far. But I'm super pumped for it. I'm super excited.
Man.
I'm going to look fresh.
Oh, yeah? You got some fly gear?
Some snowboarding fits to rock?
I just got snowboarding pants and a helmet. That's all I got that I didn't already own.
Yeah, the helmet thing is weird. I know I took a really long break from going on mountains and stuff, but when I was like in high school and middle school and just out of high school, you never saw helmets. If you saw anybody with a helmet, you'd be like, ha ha, and everybody would run over and give them a wedgie. Yeah,
Sharon was like, we need helmets. I'm like, but do we? Or is it really going to be that dangerous on the bunny slopes that we need helmets? And she said yes.
Wait a second, I thought that snow was soft. Well, maybe you'll bust your ass more than I did, Shuddy.
I'm sure I will, because I was snowboarding once senior year of high school. And
oh my God. Yeah, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
So I mean, I might as well have never gone snowboarding before in my life.
Yeah, you probably lose it after 20-something years.
I didn't even have it on that day. That day was a disaster. So, like, I don't even, like, there wasn't even, it's not even like maybe there might be just a scotch of muscle memory 22 years later, because the only memory that my muscles have is going down the mountain on my ass.
This pain.
And being fucking freezing.
Man,
because I was going down the mountain so slowly.
Can you ask Sharon to film some of you in action so we can put it on the MSPH Instagram?
Yes, we can. I'm sure we can make that happen.
Shuddy Boy falls on his ass and goes, "Ow!" And then an avalanche buries him. And Geoff, you've never gone, despite having like an Olympic level snowboarder in your family, right?
Yeah, my cousin competed in the X Games this weekend. But no, I've never been snowboarding. No.
I told Sharon that my goal for Thursday was to be terrain park ready by Thursday afternoon.
What does that even mean? Terrain park.
I want to be able to do a 540 on your half pipe.
Yeah,
I want to hit some rails.
It means, Geoff.
I know that's not what it means, but
that is what it means. That's what I'm talking about, like going off jumps and doing, board slides
buddy.
and stuff. I was joking. I'm joking.
I think you could do it. No, I think you could do it. I believe in you.
But lift tickets to this mountain are reasonable, so I'm hoping that it's something that I can do. I enjoy, and we can do a couple of times during the winter. Like I want to find a winter activity that's outside of the house. That's the goal.
How long is your trip again? Did you say?
I can tell you exactly. Give me a moment for Google.
No, I'm saying, like, are you there for one day or are you there for the weekend?
No, we're just driving. We're just
okay.
going for the day because it is literally so close. It's 33 minutes right now at rush hour.
Oh, so you don't need like the
That's
cabin
awesome.
thing.
Yeah, it's 19 miles away.
Fuck, I'm jealous. I had to drive like 130 miles.
So, like, if this is something that, she also enjoys it as much as she used to, it doesn't drag her down having to wait for me, I'm hoping it's something we do a bunch this winter.
Well, with all your muscle memory, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah. Just make sure you do a dab before you get on the board.
She has planted the idea in my head that it's completely acceptable to bring the vape pen with me.
I mean,
fucking snowboarding. Yeah. Absolutely.
There were signs at Snow Summit that had like a pot leaf and then a line through it, like no marijuana smoking on the mountain. And I still smelled it all over the place.
Yeah.
When we were in Colorado for the X Games with the Jason Ellis show, I was taking rips off of Ellis's vape pen before we went, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of pleasant. Just gliding down the mountain all dopey, like, oh, hi, boy.
Yeah, I mean, she was like, yeah, you can hit the pen while we're on the lift. And I remember I only rode the lift once on that previous trip, because I only managed to make it down the mountain one time before the day was over. But I had extreme difficulty getting off of the lift.
Yeah, it's treacherous on a snowboard.
Extreme. Like, that is the thing I'm dreading the most.
You have to throw yourself off the lift.
Can we just walk back up to the top?
Geronimo! You should have a cocktail.
But I have to have my board on when I get off the lift. Can't I just hop off?
Just loosen up with a cocktail. Have a drink before you go up.
So
I figured you would get high every time you went snowboarding, Kevin.
No,
Feels like a perfect matrimony.
I don't think I ever did it in high school because I was afraid of getting caught, but I definitely snuck a bunch of ciggies when I wasn't supposed to. But yeah, the only time I've ever snowboarded stoned was when I went with Ellis. Well, looking forward to next week and hearing how you do, Shuddy Boy.
Hopefully I won't be in traction.
Yeah.
Or hopefully I am.
Hopefully you get hurt enough for a funny story, though. Got a few emails here. Some people wrote in to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. And he says, hey, guys, I've been listening for 4 to 5 years now and have re-listened to the whole catalog 6 times or so. This is my first time emailing in and wanted to say great content, and you guys helped me get through the day. Keep up the great work. I was listening to episode 531, and you were talking about new watch-along ideas. And this got me to thinking, why not do a watch-along of The Joy of Painting on the Bob Ross channel on Peacock? You could even call it The Joy of Queefing. Just an idea I wanted to share with you guys. Herb, a.k.a. Rat Hitler.
I feel like I've seen that name before, Rat Hitler.
Yeah.
He's in our fantasy football league.
Yeah, that's
Holy
right.
Shit.
Yeah, I think he stomped me quite a few times in Final Fantasy football. I mean, that's a solid idea. I love Bob Ross. The only problem with that is the Bob Ross channel isn't on demand. It's just like a live thing that they run. So we wouldn't be able to sync up with everybody. But I've always wanted to pitch a show to Netflix where, like, I would love to host a show where I bring on a different guest every week, and ahead of time we get a canvas set up, all the colors, an easel, and all the brushes that he's going to use. We get stoned, and then we put on an episode of The Joy of Painting, and we paint along with Bob Ross and see who gets the closest at the end. It's too big budget. It's too big budget for our Patreon, though.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know if we could afford the paint and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and the rights to The Joy of Painting.
I just read that. Oh, okay, that's who it was. That David Arquette is a Bob Ross instructor.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
David Arquette is a certified Bob Ross instructor and teaches a class at Raw Materials in DTLA.
No shit. It's Dewey.
I mean, if I couldn't like David Arquette more, then this comes along. That man's a treat.
I knew I had just read something. I had read it in an article about the new Scream movie that David Arquette was a Bob Ross instructor, but I had to Google it because I couldn't remember who I had read it about.
He kicks ass. I love David Arquette.
He's a good American. I don't have like a huge I'm cool with The Joy of Painting. Like that's but I'm not excited about the watch along idea. But we cannot lose that title, The Joy of Queefing.
That's great.
We need that. I don't know how we can do it without the watch. I almost feel like I'm down for the watch along just for the name, just so I can tell people in my life that I'm doing a Bob Ross watch along. We call it The Joy of Queefing. I love telling people the title of our watch along and seeing the look on their face.
I got another email. Kevin, did Thomas Hayden Church tell you he was going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home? Props for keeping it under wraps if he did. Wolf Knife, Wolf Knife, Stabby Landlord, and new Patreon member. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining the Patreon. And
yeah, dude.
In regard to your question,
yes, he did.
I plead the fifth. Moving right along. I think I saw one more email in here. Somebody said, this is Nate. Nate said, I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on Archive 81 on Netflix. Check it. I've seen that pop up. Haven't watched it. I am currently fucking buried in shit that I need to watch. Like,
is that Nate F?
It just says Nate.
Well, can you tell maybe from the email address?
No. There is not a name in the email address.
It's Nate216834@gmail.com.
But I mean, I still have to. I haven't started any of the new season of The Witcher. I haven't watched The Righteous Gemstones.
Oh my God, The Righteous Gemstones this season is wackier than ever.
I hear it's great, and
it's fantastic.
I really want to watch that. And what else came out? Ozark. A new season of Ozark, or half a season came out. I haven't watched that. There's so much fucking TV I'm behind, and it's because I just keep watching fucking samurai movies. I can't stop watching samurai movies.
I'm between samurai movies and Peacemaker, because I've seen the first 3 episodes of Peacemaker 3 times now.
Holy shit. I mean, I'm current on Peacemaker. That is one thing that I have made time for, and I've seen 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, which I think also kicks ass, but I have to get caught up on that. There's so much. I'm fucking buried. I can't really take on any new series at this point, but I know there's a lot of good shit out there, and people mention series to me all the time, and I say I haven't seen it, and they're like, duh! And I'm sorry. Can't help it. I'm just...
What's the one that the guy brought up in the email?
Archive
Yeah.
81, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to watch it last night after football, but none of the homies, Paul, my brothers, got too into it. I might circle back and give it another shot. It looks like, just through like the thumbnail and the trailer on the Netflix, like whatever feed or platform, it looks like it could be sick, but I haven't had any chance to watch it. I'm through the first 4 episodes of the Ozark season, so that's what I'm kind of grinding on right now.
How's that
I'll
been?
be hitting. You haven't watched any of it yet?
Of the new season?
Yeah.
No. Uh-oh.
It can wrap up. I'm cool with it ending.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, it's good. I mean, like, Jason Bateman's so awesome.
Yeah.
Laura Linney's good, and like the foundation of the story is still very, very interesting, but it's getting preposterous at a level that's kind of like, all right, whatever. They're like jumping the shark type shit, and it's like the dying gasp of a good TV series. It's not like floundering down the stretch quite like Game of Thrones, but you're starting to see like, all right, we can wrap this one up.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, Marty Bird found an Infinity Stone. Like, what the hell's going on here?
I think my take would pull well. Like, I think after you watch the first couple episodes, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I think you'll end up agreeing with me. Maybe not. I mean, again, I'm gonna watch all of it, and it's the final season, but I think they're splitting it up, right? It's
That's what I saw.
7 episodes now, and then 7 episodes later. So
Yeah.
unless it gets terrible somehow, which I can't even envision, like I'll watch the whole thing. But I mean, it's tough ending shows, right? Because everyone like goes into a show with the same attitudes. Like, we just got to get as many viewers locked into it. Like, it has to be successful, right? No one ever goes into a show with the ending in mind.
I mean, they should. I mean, I've heard when you go to Netflix to pitch a show, you have to have 3 seasons worth of arcs mapped out to pitch them. Like, here's what happens in season 1, here's season 2, here's season 3. I feel like all these streaming services now should be like, okay, we need 3 seasons worth of arcs, and when we decide to wrap up, what's the finale? How does this end?
I've seen people on Twitter compare it to Breaking Bad, and I've even seen some hot takes about it being better than Breaking Bad. And
that's just silly.
That's just so ridiculous. And like, I almost think it's not fair, because Breaking Bad, like, it always had a start and an end point, you know? Like, Walter White has terminal cancer. The shit is going to end, right?
Yeah.
So like, it always had, like, I guess, that crutch or that baseline to work with. But it's pretty good, you know. I'm gonna watch it all. I'm very interested in hearing your guys' thoughts when you guys could check it out. And I still have to watch The Peacemaker myself.
We're gonna start Ozark tonight, so.
You guys see any movies in the past week?
Yes.
I feel like I should have something to review, but I don't. Maybe something will.
I don't think anything really came out this past week.
No. Everything I've seen was on streaming.
I went and saw Scream. I checked that off the list.
And?
We didn't talk about this last week. It was just me.
Yeah.
Just you.
I didn't get a chance to see it.
Okay, I gave it a 3.25. I think we talked about it maybe through text or Fortnite or something. Okay.
And you reviewed it on the show last week, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I think I got a bit of your review already. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of more with Geoff on it being underwhelming. They did have some good kills. The way everybody was hyping it up, I thought it was going to be gorier. It just seems like when somebody got killed, Ghostface just threw in 5 extra stabs. And, somebody got it through the neck, which was kind of gory. And I think maybe they just added more blood. So when somebody got stabbed to death and they fell to the ground, they were in a bigger pool of blood and it maybe looked more gruesome. But I thought it was going to be like really fucked up. And I was like, okay, that seems kind of par for the course for a Scream movie. Like people are just getting fucking stabbed to death.
Yeah.
I'll give them props for killing off a main character. I won't say who, but I give them props for going there. That was cool. But the whole plot, the reveal at the end was kind of silly. The reasoning of donning the ghost face mask, silly.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was dopey. I feel like the main actress, she's a bad actor. I'll just say it. She was bad.
I think Bill and or Cheech made that same point. I just didn't see it that way. But like enough people are saying it, I guess it's probably true. I don't know. Fair enough. Continue.
It was just kind of corny. Like some of the dialogue was corny. I feel like the OGs did a good job. I like their presence in it. But a lot of the newbies kind of rubbed me the wrong way. David Arquette, best part of the movie, hands down. I think his character was great. His acting was solid. He had definitely the funniest line of the movie. But I don't know she's a cute actor. She's very attractive, but I don't understand this new trend of just having fucking Eugene Levy eyebrows. It's just so weird to me. Like everybody, like all these new actresses that are coming out, it looks like fucking Andre the Giant just laid 2 cables above their eyes.
Would you rather deal with that or hairy armpits?
I will say they both skeeve me out in a similar way, but the armpits are definitely worse. It's like, why did you decide to tape fucking Burt Reynolds' mustache to your head? These big, massive eyebrows. Like, it's probably effective. You probably get 0 debris in your eyes. I'm sure they're doing their job. It's just a very strange look that's what's in now. Just big ass fluffy fucking Groucho Marx eyebrows.
Caterpillar eyebrows.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm not feeling.
I prefer fluffed up eyebrows and fluffed up lips, though. I'll tell you that.
That
we saw what too much plastic surgery does to Courtney Cox.
Oof. I mean, yeah.
She's an icon, but
yeah, it's definitely evident she's gotten a ton of work, but. I mean, yeah, I was a little underwhelmed. I'm going lower than Geoff. I can suck maybe like 2.75 Scream dicks.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.25. I think my brothers liked it so much, or they liked it a lot more than me, and it kind of raised my score. But I pretty much agree. We're on the same page of that review for the most part. Just kind of didn't need to happen. It wasn't as egregiously terrible as Matrix, but I didn't need to see that movie.
Yeah, I mean, especially when they revealed the suspect, or I guess the murderer behind the mask and the motive. I almost fell out of my chair. And I'm like, fuck that. That is so goofy.
Yeah, so lame. And did you know who it was immediately? Because my brothers both knew after the first 20 minutes.
No, I can't say I was that intuitive. I did kind of put it together, but I got it later on.
See, I knew who one of the killers was, and I found it dawned on me essentially right when they first came on camera, and it was so ridiculous. In my head, I was like, "This is going to be the killer." And the idea of this person being the killer is going to be so fucking ridiculous when they get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of braced myself. I think you know what I'm talking about. I'll tell you.
I mean, I was trying to keep it under wraps that there were 2 killers, but I mean, at this point, who cares?
It's like a Scream thing, though, right? Isn't every Scream movie have 2 killers?
I can't.
Or maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know if all of them did, but
So
I mean,
the first
obviously the first one did.
The second one with I think it was Timothy Olyphant and Laurie Metcalf, right? Who's playing Billy's mom?
Oh, I think it
Remember?
was.
Yeah. I mean, Timothy Olyphant, I think, was the classmate of Nev Campbell,
And I
that's what
remember
brought him into it.
the third one. I think it was.
I don't remember the third.
The third one I just remember because I wrote a review for it for the school newspaper and spoiled who the killer was, and then some kid came in and punched me in the stomach and then punched me in the face because I ruined Scream 3.
Fuck, dude. Retard school getting violent.
Yeah, he was pissed.
What editor let that slip through?
I asked. It was their teacher.
Fucking horoscope editor that he has.
I asked the teacher because that was like one of my assignments was movie reviews, and as I was typing it up, I'm like, this movie kind of sucked ass. I think it would be really funny if I blew the ending. So I asked my teacher. I was like, hey, is it cool if I blow the ending for this? And he's like, if that's what you want to do as a journalist,
What?
you go ahead.
What a terrible teacher. Like, yeah, I mean,
Oh, he was
did
the
he ever
fucking best.
Did he ever teach the point of editors to in journalism class?
It was a
Had
fucking.
he ever met you previously to put that ball in your court?
Oh, he was well aware of my antics.
Yeah, so
Well, if that's what you want to do as a journalist, like, no, that's not how it works, dude. How about you be the fucking editor and tell him what he can and can't write? Oh, that's a trip.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't think we're spoiling it. If so, whatever. I mean, there's two killers. I mean, I to me, that's every Scream movie. So
the killer's Chris Elliott. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
Chris.
So blame
Elliott.
Shuddy.
And
Punch Shuddy in the stomach and then the face when you see him.
The second killer is his daughter, Abby Elliott. It was a father-daughter killer duo. Man, oh my God. And I forgot to mention, like, the main character has hallucinations.
Oh, terrible.
Whoa, what a bad idea.
And the final hallucination somehow ruined all the other hallucinations, which were already terrible.
Yeah, it was on par with when they added Hayden Christensen's ghost next to Yoda and Obi-Wan with, like, the wink and the nod and thumbs up. Like, oh my God, that was so dumb.
Yeah,
wow.
It was the cringiest part of the movie.
Yes.
Just that final, like, kind of salute, that kind of, like, nod of you did what I would do. Like,
yeah, it's like whoa. Good God.
we're kind of losing it here.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. It got really good reviews, and it seems like fucking critics and audiences both liked it, but I don't know. It missed.
Yeah,
it
you
missed
guys
the mark
are in
for
the
me.
minority.
Yep, I know. But
Wait, are you looking at Rotten Tomatoes? What's their score?
I'm looking at IMDb right now. It's at a 7.2 out of 10.
What? And I feel like IMDb usually has their shit together.
And Rotten Tomatoes, the critic tomato meter is at 77%, and the audience score is 83%.
That's outrageous. That's crazy to me.
it's also currently sitting at a 3.6 on Letterboxd, which is very high for Letterboxd.
That's out of 5, right?
Yeah.
It's at a 0.7. It's at 72%, just like IMDb.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, if you ask 10 people if they like this movie, more than 7 of them on average would say they did. I just can't believe that. Those numbers seem off to me.
I'm looking for some reason it was showing me the most popular streaming movies, and Triple X has made the list, beating out Matrix Resurrections.
Wait, what is this list again?
Most popular streaming movies according to Rotten Tomatoes.
That's really fucking weird.
Anyway,
now
that I've killed everything,
I gotta
put a bow on it.
Throw a little nugget out for the San Diego Puminati. if you're in that area, it might behoove you to buy tickets to the February 5th Doug Loves Movies taping. Just throwing that out there. Apropos.
Oh, wow. Okay. What day is that?
Sunday. Nope,
Wait.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday. Let me see. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
It's a week from this Saturday.
Yep. So, San Diego Puminati might want to get tickets to that one.
You were not supposed to tell anybody that I was going to be a guest.
Well, look, just trying to get you some supporters.
Does Reh Reh like Doug's Love Movies? Doug's Love Movies, excuse me.
What's it? Doug Licks Movies?
I said it right. Said my hands over my face.
Dork Likes Music. What's that called? Love Doug Movies?
I'm not going. You talked me out of it.
Shit. Damn it. We need as many friendly faces in that audience as possible, so, Shuddy Boy feels comfortable.
I'm saying, though, is Reh Reh, is she a fan of that podcast?
She's only listened to it when she's in the car with me, but she likes it when it's on. She just does true crime stuff, which I constantly make fun of her for. Like, when I'm at her place and I open up any streaming service and it's like continue watching, it's always like, Murder on the Bayou. M for murder. Murder house. Mr. Murder got murdered by a murderer.
What's the new Netflix one?
Murder.
Damn it! There's a new one about like this guy who's pretending to be like an MI, like a British special intelligence guy.
I got a notification, I think, about that. Nope. The one I got was Aileen Wuornos, American Boogie Woman, is now on Netflix.
What does she do? Murder.
Let's see. It's a horror thriller film. It's not.
Oh, it's not a documentary or anything?
Not at all. I assumed it was.
Help! I'm being murdered by a murderer. They really just slap that word on anything and it'll trend.
On the facts of the biography of serial killer Aileen Wuornos.
Wait.
And supplemented with elements of fiction.
Is that... Oh, my God. That's not... What's her face? Charlize Theron was in Monster, was it?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Man, I just watched that last week for the first time ever.
Oh, it's called... The documentary song was called The Puppet Master. Is that something that you've seen her get into?
I don't know. It all just blends into one fucking gray, sludgy mess to me. It's all just...
How about this upcoming documentary called The Tinder Swindler? All about a documentary on the dating app of con man Simon Leviev, who made a fortune swindling women.
Swipe right for murder.
The Tinder Swindler. Come on, that doesn't raise your interest, pique your interest at all.
I mean, just documentaries always turn into series, and they're so fucking time consuming. And I feel like I can just get the cliff notes when you guys watch it.
Fair enough. I'd be more interested in if they did a documentary in Troy Kwan's foursome that he hooked up through Tinder.
Yeah, I will watch a 20-part documentary on that in one sitting, in one fucking sitting.
Most of the shots are just him texting back and forth, and I would be riveted the whole time.
Yeah, and then just to rope in like all the true crime people, just the subtitle would be like, "How a man's penis got murdered."
Dude, that honestly is probably my favorite moment, or one of my favorite moments / stories in MSPH history. And I don't even think it exists on the feed anymore. This motherfucker hooked up a foursome through Tinder. I tell people that every now. I met a guy who did that. I follow him on Instagram, and I don't think he follows me back, but he's inspired me. I'll never unfollow him because of that. I will always follow him.
He's earned a perma follower.
Yeah, absolutely. What a legend.
What happened to you, Shuddy? You look like you just like farted or something.
Don't want anyone to smell it.
I got my pinky stuck in the tube that my RSO had come in.
What the fuck's an RSO?
Where? Rick Simpson oil.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I just did it again.
This goddamn RSO tube is like a Chinese finger trap. Note to self, don't stuff penis in this after show.
Yeah, put that in a post-it.
I like how you just like felt the need to finger that thing, and then you got stuck.
I'm fidgety is what's happening because I have the munchies and I'm waiting for a chance to go grab some gummy candies.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, you're stoned and you have the munchies, so you're just gonna go and eat edibles and get
No,
munchier.
gummy candies. I have some gummy candies that are waiting.
You must be fidgety if you fingered a tube, got your finger stuck, and then the second you freed yourself, you immediately fingered it again and got stuck.
Well, I was showing you. There was not much,
Yeah, Shuddy's the guy that goes to the ER with a Pringles can stuck in his hand.
Well, it's better than the guy who went to the ER with a fucking hot dog lodged in his throat. Actually, let me take back what I said about the Troy Kwan thing. My favorite story in MSPH history is Dom was getting murdered by that hot dog at the Eagle game. And then second would be Troy Kwan hooking up a foursome through Tinder.
I mean, if you pair the story with Dom almost dying, choking on the tip of a hot dog at an Eagles game, with him then 2 days later getting tapped out by a hot dog at MSPH Wrestling, the two of those paired together is very, very tough to beat.
You're way better than Troy Kwan's foursome on Tinder.
Well, actually, hold on a second. I think we got enough time. Right? Let's fucking do it.
I don't even know for what.
Let's take a listen to a couple.
Voicemails, yay!
Think we got time for a couple of these. Let's see here. Where did we leave off? This one? Oh! Son of a bitch!
Oh.
Did you delete it by accident?
No, it does that thing again where I had to unplug the audio cord and then plug it back in because it was playing through the speakers.
It's just an every
What up,
time
boys?
thing.
This is Pelly from NorCal. Big fan. I've been a Patreon subscriber for a few years now.
Fuck yeah.
I just want to get your guys' take on
Thanks,
a
buddy.
show the wife and I just recently binge watched, and that would be Succession on HBO. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think it's an amazing show, and I fucking love it. Love you guys. Bye.
I mean, I know you're big on that, right, Geoff?
Yeah, Succession kicks ass. It's also getting to the point where, well, actually, the season ended pretty awesomely, and it makes me even more interested in the future season. But it was getting a little slow last season. But like the Greg and Tom dynamic, like two of the characters in Succession are fucking awesome. And just the show itself, I think does kick ass. I'm interested in watching Billions and comparing it.
I need to start the new season of Billions. But up until the episode that just came out last night, I'm current, and that show is fantastic.
Yeah, Succession.
The only issue I have with Billions is
Not enough Dan Soder?
it could use some more Dan Soder. He's really fucking funny, and his character is really big into wrestling.
Just like in real life.
In the show, so that's pretty fun. But Maggie Siff, who's one of the main characters, was in Sons of Anarchy, and she gets murdered in such a brutal way.
Murdered.
And I always think of that anytime I see her. So
In
that's a little
Sons of
distracting.
Anarchy.
Yeah, she gets murdered really brutally in Sons of Anarchy by Katie Seagal.
I'm never going to watch that show, so how does she get murdered?
She's married to Charlie Hunnam's character,
Okay.
and she was going to be an informant, but changed her mind. And Katie Seagal, who plays his mom, got the idea that she was going to kill her to stop her from talking to the cops, and they get into this fight, and Katie Seagal holds her head underwater in the sink, like dishwater, and then repeatedly stabs her in the back of the head with a meat fork, like one of those 2-prong, like barbecue forks.
That kicks ass.
It's fucking gnarly. It's like
Cool.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Sons of Anarchy.
Succession kicks ass. I highly recommend it. I talked about it in the first season, though. It's one of those shows that, like, I hate selling shows like this, but you do have to watch a few episodes before it picks up because it's a lot of world building stuff. I enjoyed the first couple episodes, but I've heard enough people say, like, yeah, the first couple episodes are slow. You got to stick with it to understand what they mean.
This is a show that I really, really want to watch. Like, I feel like The Wire, like I was so annoyed by people telling me to watch The Wire. I was like, nope, no, I'm not watching it. But this is a show that's been on my list for a while, and I just can't fucking... There's 3 seasons now, right? Like, I'm gonna watch it. I just gotta fucking force myself to start it someday, because I know I'm gonna get hooked in. I like all the people in it. It seems like my kind of shit, and I am gonna eventually watch it, but I haven't gotten the chance yet.
Yeah, no, it kicks ass.
Here is another voicemail.
Yeah, so after golfing this past Saturday, I was starving. I thought of you guys. Went and hit up my local Pizza Hut. Ordered me a large pan pepperoni pizza, extra sauce. Yeah. I have to say, it was a goddamn beautiful thing. It was one of the best things I've eaten in a long time. It took me straight back to childhood. It was just phenomenal. So
yeah.
Here I am, 5 days later. I'm going to go get another one. I quit drinking about 92 days ago. So I guess this is my new way to kill myself. But it's far more enjoyable. And I really appreciate you guys bringing me back to these beautiful memories. Have a good one.
Fuck yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Makes me happy that we chuck stuff out here on the podcast, and then people try it out, and then it brings joy into their lives. Fucking Pizza Hut, man.
Listen, I'm not going to knock it because we have made the decision that we're having Domino's for dinner tonight, because I saw a commercial for their oven-baked dips last night.
You hear they got oven-baked dicks?
So it's like a round foil tray of just melted cheese and then like garlic knots to dip in it.
Oh.
Yeah. You had jokes until you found out what it actually is.
It's like garlic knot fondue?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I want to stick my dick in it.
5 cheese, dip, and bread twists.
Oh, but man, you know, it's Domino's, so it's going to be like the 5 cheeses are going to be like individual slices of American cheese, Velveeta, scraping off some of the dust off of Smart Food popcorn, Grundle cheese, and toe cheese.
Cheese. I like American cheese at least.
Maybe they chop up a few like Polly-O string cheeses and just toss those in the bowl in the heating pot. I'd like to hear your review of that, Shuddy.
Yeah, snack attack, hijack that one.
Yeah.
Oh man. This is a dated joke though. Domino's got their shit together years ago. You know better than that. Me and you have enjoyed several Domino's dinners together.
Yes,
Domino's is the epitome of
comeback story.
Of what's a decent
Oh, okay.
pizza like this. Like I think they're the top of the bottom rung of pizza places.
I mean, I heavily fuck with the Domino's thin crust pepperoni. I mean, but not everything with Domino's is a home run. Their wings taste like something that was fermented in a dead gorilla's ass for a month. They are just the slimiest, ooziest, grossest wings I think I've ever had in my life. But Shuddy, you just sent me a picture of this. I do want to grab that melted cheese by the fistful and shove it in my mouth.
You get your choice of garlic bread twists or Parmesan bread twists.
Just give me a spoon.
They should be doing garlic Parmesan bread twists. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But I think I could talk myself into any of the big three, and I can even talk myself into allowing Little Caesars in as a big four. See, and I could talk myself into some Little Caesars.
Little Caesars was like never around me growing up, so I never really got to fuck with Little Caesars. But every now and then I see a commercial, and I'm like, God damn it, if I don't want to eat some of that.
Dom and my first jobs were at Little Caesars.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
With Dom as my direct superior.
When I first moved out here, and I was at my like all-time poorest, we would get the $5 hot and ready. Me and Bill would get the $5 hot and ready Little Caesars, and it was good poor people food. I can recommend it as a poor people food. And again, like I think Papa John's pretty good. Like Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza and pan pizza are, they're childhood memories and legends for me as well. And then
fuck yeah,
of course we've talked about the come from behind story or turnaround story of Domino's. So I'm down with any shitty pizza, really.
Yeah, it's hard to fuck up pizza. Like, some people like to act like they're fucking pizza snobs, but it's fucking bread and melted cheese. Like, come on.
St. Louis did it. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I feel like I undersold just the terribleness of St. Louis pizza. Like, it was shockingly terrible. Oh. And the thing is they've talked it up so much that now it's like, I think it's becoming a thing. So like, you'll see this, I'm sure, Kevin, but like when you go on social media, do you see Goldbelly ads?
No, I haven't gotten Goldbelly shit in a while.
Dude,
but now that I'm saying it out loud and my phone just heard me, I'm sure it's going to start instantaneously.
Absolutely. Maybe it's because I'm still a Goldbelly subscriber that I like every time I'm on social media, I'll see a Goldbelly ad.
Do you still snack attack those? Your Goldbelly monthly
sometimes like blessings? I've gotten a lot of duplicates, which is kind of a bummer, and I just forget to like turn it off.
I remember you saying that.
So I haven't done one in a couple months now because they've been duplicates. But now I'll get advertisements for Goldbelly, and one of like they'll do like a gallery of Goldbelly items that are on the website, and one of them is St. Louis Emo's Pizza, and like I almost want to email Goldbelly and just preemptively, like, if you guys send me St. Louis pizza, I will fucking cancel you. Do not send me St. Louis pizza. Like,
you should.
It's incredible how bad it is.
All right, I think we got time for two more. Let's see what this human wants to say.
Hey guys, usually I call in hammered, but I just watched the last episode, and I'm not going to be a drunken asshole and make fun of Shuddy and say stupid stuff anymore. I just think it's funny every once in a while. But I'm very, very sorry, Kevin, about your dad, dude. My dad's my best friend, so I don't I don't even want to think about that. But I'm sorry for what you're going through, buddy, and hope you get better, bud. Later.
Well, this thank you. I appreciate that. And that voicemail, we're a little backed up here. That was from December 7th, so I don't know which episode he got drunk and said something to Shuddy, but Shuddy, are you mad at this man still?
No, I remember being very salty about his voicemail. Yeah.
I don't remember what he said, but I know there's been some voicemails that made you salty. But it sounds like you're forgiven, sir.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Until you get drunk again.
Yep.
Don't you push your luck. All right, let's do one more. This thing. Oh, this is a quick one.
Hey guys, Happy New Year's. Hope you all are staying safe from this stupid ass fucking COVID. Bye.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
wow.
She didn't poop.
Pooping Kathy, ladies and gentlemen. Pooping Kathy, still with us. I don't know. Every
Anti-COVID. Huge.
yes, she thinks
Very
COVID sucks.
courageous. Very courageous stance you're taking there, Pooping Kathy, and we applaud you.
Whenever we have a voicemail legend that we don't hear from for a while, I always get nervous, like, fuck. The show probably jumped the shark and they don't give a shit anymore. But it's been a long time since we heard from Pooping Kathy, and that was very nice.
Man, my head just immediately goes, oh, wow, that person died. That's too bad.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
sorry,
Dan
guys.
the man.
Sorry,
Dan
guys.
the man died like 10 years ago.
I pooped myself to death. Bye. Well, you are an angel, Pooping Kathy. One person out of the three of us has managed to dodge stupid fucking COVID so far. 2/3 of the podcast, not so lucky. But we hope you're doing well. We hope you've been dodging it. We hope your year has been going great, and we miss you and all of your poops.
And we love you.
We love you, Pooping Kathy. I mean,
Parker.
did he get it right?
That was Miles.
I mean, who couldn't love the person who blessed us with this gem of a drop?
Ooh. Never gets old.
Nope.
Never. Literally, it's been years, and I chuckle every time.
Yeah, one of our classic, oldest, most reliable drops has yet to wear out.
I don't know
its
if we
welcome.
said this. I don't know if we said this already, but we love you, Pooping Kathy. We do.
We love you long time.
And we love you, the Puminati. We love you all, and we thank you for listening. And if you need more MSPH in your life, please check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. My God, did we have a barn burner of Queef or No Queef this last week. Just very, very eventful, very funny. I've already been seeing, it hasn't been up that long, but already people are commenting all over it. Seems like a lot more people are actually watching Deal or No Deal along with us now for these episodes, which is cool.
We finally talked them into it.
Yeah, I think
Really?
so.
We shamed them into it.
Yeah, you can thank us later. It's worth it. It adds a whole new dimension to the show. Some people are saying, I saw one comment, I never thought something could top Crafter Geoff Shuddy Edition, and then along comes Queef or No Queef. So I'm glad everybody's enjoying
is
it.
some of the most fun I have all week. This past episode was just fucking epic.
How can you miss when you have a show called Queef or No Queef?
I legit look forward. Every Thursday, we record every Thursday, and every Thursday or every other Thursday is my visit to the dispensary that I really like to go to. That has a special I like, and I look forward to telling the bud tender. Like they always ask, make small talk. So what are you doing today? And I look forward to telling the bud tender. Well, I do a Deal or No Deal watch along podcast that we call Queef or No Queef that I'm recording after I get this weed. And it immediately turns the conversation, and they're excited to hear about it. I'm excited to talk about it. Like, wait, you get paid for this? Like, kind of, yeah. Yeah, I do. I think it's amazing. It's the most wonderful thing ever.
So, yeah, check it out, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. If you'd like to be a part of voicemails, yay, you can call 201-472-0139. Leave a message after the beep. Or you can just shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. We also have full, with an asterisk, full episodes up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. There's been 2 instances where we forgot to hit record, so maybe they chop 5 minutes off. And they don't have the Easter egg. The Easter egg of every show is reserved for the audio only once the main theme song ends. So check them both out. If you want to be a completionist, You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Geoff Reh Records.
And at MSPH Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And Shuddy, you got anything?
No. Nope.
Geoff, bet slipping?
Check out my Bet Slipping podcast. Football season's wrapping up, so I got to find some other content to talk about. I still do the daily NBA show. Probably going to be gambling on a lot of golf now that football is done.
Oh,
so I'm excited to handicap golf. And if you like listening to golf betting podcasts, check us out. Bet Slipping. Just the worst sales job ever. Oh, man. I can't. As I said it, I was like, oh, this sounds terrible. This sounds terrible coming out of my mouth.
Well, there you have it, friends. We will catch most of you on the flip side on Patreon. But until next time, ooh, something!